Hey everyone, welcome back to Go Kick Me, your favorite crowdfunding news and reviews channel here on YouTube. So today we're going to be talking about an Indiegogo project called PUP Scan, the world's fastest pocket scanner. Receipts, books, contracts, pictures. PUP Scan allows you to scan, store, and share anything. So it's key to note this is an in-demand project, which means that it's actually already gone through the crowdfunding phase, hit its goals or whatever, hit its deadlines, and because it's so successful, they've actually continued it as basically a product that you can buy. So this is something that Indiegogo's been doing for a little while. So sort of the party doesn't stop when the deadline comes in. These really successful projects, you can jump in later, and I guess all the risk is not all the risk, I should say. Some of the risk is gone. So this one, I guess, ended like a year ago, or like actually more than a year ago, and they actually aren't out yet. But let's look at the product first before we talk about sort of the results. Basically, it's like a handheld camera that is a scanner, and it has sort of these laser beam things in there, and so that you can line it up with the page and scan like all your receipts and stuff without having to feed, especially irregularly sized pieces of paper into a scanner is a big pain, as you guys know. I've had to do this. Anyone who has like a job that requires them to travel or to pay for things out of pocket and get reimbursed, it's a huge pain. Like some cases you have to tape freaking receipts onto a piece of paper and scan them or copy them or whatever. It's a huge pain. So this seems like a good idea. Not completely original, and I'll talk a little bit about that, but interesting. And so one of the key things they show here is that it has this little like laser beam thing, which will sort of show that you've got the page lined up and you're getting everything in, and it uses, I don't know, Bluetooth or whatever, Wi-Fi something, to transfer it back to your computer. And it can also do OCR, meaning optical character recognition, and it's pretty simple. So apparently it's got a touch screen. You sort of swipe to the type of, or basically what you want to do with the document, and then you scan it, and it somehow either looks like this or looks like what they showed in the picture, and then it sort of does whatever, scans it, shares it, stores it, or sends it to a printer. And the key thing is with this, I don't know about you guys, but nowadays I end up taking a lot of pictures of documents with my smartphone, so they've thought about that too, and they actually compare the differences. And so apparently it has better lighting. Apparently these little laser beam things help you make sure that you don't cut things off. A very easy handhold. I guess it's ergonomy ergonomy. And this one is interesting. It doesn't do so, especially if you're doing things with this smart LED. I guess it doesn't have a halo effect where there's sort of like a really bright spot in the picture. It claims so. It has some kind of diffuser or something, and it's independent from the table's color, thanks to the sharpness control. So I don't know what that is. I guess it somehow doesn't care if the table's dark or light. And it's got all this stuff. So as I mentioned, OCR, color black and white, that's no big deal. Can do, small. It can do Wi-Fi. I guess it's Wi-Fi, not Bluetooth. It can actually do curve fitting, which is actually really important. I think it talks about it here somewhere. Basically, if you're taking a picture of like a book, I think it's in the video, like a book, one of the problems if you want to scan a book is because of the binding and the spine, the book will inevitably be curved, which especially for OCR really sucks because you can't OCR if the line is like this. And if you want to get a good, copy of a photo or whatever, that's just bad. So apparently this thing can kind of correct for that, and it can also auto crop and do all this other stuff. And here's something about the specs. So basically, it can do up to A3, which is basically just to A2. This is kind of what do they call it? Tabloid size. So yeah, can do business cards, comes in a package, etc., etc. So the key thing is here, I guess this was their timeline. So I think their timeline actually wasn't too ambitious. They were trying to end in December 2016, and their timeline was to finish by December to mass production by 2017, which is like 2 months ago now. So that's actually a lot longer than a lot of these projects give themselves. So I'll give them some credit for that. I guess this is the original timeline. I hope they haven't updated it. But they said basically they'll ship by the end of the year. It's now February 1st when I'm filming this. You guys will see this probably pretty soon. And apparently it's not out yet. But let's talk about that a little bit more. Here's the team, etc., dimensions, yada, yada, yada. Here's the curve fixing thing. So let's go back up and talk about the updates. So 41 updates. That should be pretty good, right? So seems like they've been pretty communicative. But if you notice the last one, okay, it's actually from December. That's only like a month, 6 weeks ago. But then the one before that was a month, and the one before that was a month. So apparently they were very communicative early on and a little bit less so more recently. So what's going on right now? Apparently people are not happy. No updates or anything. And you won't be able to get January, much less February. No updates till now. But the good thing is this dude is actually, I guess that's the same guy in the video. He's actually answering quite quickly, both in French and in English. So 7 hours, that's actually within 4 hours. That's actually pretty good. Who knows, within a couple minutes. So you can complain that they haven't done an update, but I guess this guy's lucky. He only ordered in September 2017. He didn't donate in 2016, so he's only been waiting a couple of months. And so this person wants a refund. I don't know if that's fair. But 2 months late, I still would cut him some slack. And so this guy's been waiting diligently, and he's been holding off his stuff to scan since 2016 maybe. Anyway, so clearly they could be doing better. They could be updating this more. They said they have one pretty soon. But anyway, it's coming, I guess, and they could do a better job, but they actually are trying. And let me try to play the video a little bit while I talk.
In some situations,
Video is actually pretty decent. The biggest issue I have is look at how much freaking camera shake there is. Okay, this one's walking, but even when they're not walking, look at this. Making me seasick. Video is actually, except for the shaky cam, which seems to be on purpose. Like there's not even any reason to be moving that much. Is that like a Fresnel lens or whatever? So I guess the scanner, imager is here, and it's got 4 LEDs around the edge that help illuminate. And I'm surprised that there's no like flash into the camera, but apparently it's the real deal, and that's what it looks like. And here they can show the laser part. The laser part's probably the coolest thing. That's the thing they have the patent on. So yeah, pretty simple. It's a one-click, yada yada yada. Even your kids' horrible pictures you can scan. Yeah, I guess. Oh, because you could send the picture to your absentee father or whatever. Anyway, so one of the things I like to do in these cases is always compare to what else is on the market outside of the crowdfunding world. Sometimes we forget to just Google things. I know that there are other things like this, or obviously there's things that you can do with nowadays your smartphone. So I just started to scan, just to search for like handheld or portable document scanner, and this is actually mostly what I found. So this is kind of like it has its own stand, but basically it's just a camera on a little stand that is connected to your PC. So one of the things with this one, obviously, it's not handheld, it's actually not wireless, and it's maybe not as versatile and doesn't have lasers. But this is the kind of thing you can see. If you search for a handheld document scanner, there's a lot of these kind of wands, which this idea has been around for a while, where you actually are physically like raking it across the page or whatever. That seems to be more common than the photo type. But they do have, actually this one's pretty funny. It's just like a box that you can put your phone on, iPhone 4, so it's not exactly a new idea. The stand scan and this sort of keeps everything lined up. I guess that's optimized for that camera. So there's other variations of the same theme. So this one is basically also a stand for your also iPhone 4. But yeah, there's ones that do Wi-Fi. They have a screen even, but not the same. The only thing that I could see that was very, very similar is actually a mobile app, which, as they show, can basically do all the same kind of features. So it's mobile scanner, auto edge cropping, can print wirelessly, can do OCR, automatically, and you have it anywhere because you already have your phone with you, so it's even more portable than the PUP scan, and it can do all that, sending off emails and sharing with people and tweeting. First of all, let me state for the record, most of those features people never use. Like, no one's gonna post. I think the other one goes to like freaking Pinterest and stuff. Like, oh, I gotta directly Pinterest my whatever, my thing on the table that I have to take a picture of right now and scan. Those are kind of bells and whistles that nobody really misses. If it can get into your computer, or your phone, that's 90% of the use cases right there. They have iPhone, Android, etc. The problem with this one, I guess, is well, there's a free version, but personally, I'm like a big hater on anything that's monthly. If I buy an app, I want to own the app. I guess if you compare it, like this thing costs, I didn't even get to the price. This thing costs $300. So, okay, will I use this thing for 6 years? Probably not. If I paid $50 a year for the 3 years or whatever before I lost my PUP scan, okay, it's still going to cost me less, but somehow I just am so against the idea. I'm the one who provided the imager and the whatever, the battery power, all that stuff. All you had to do was make an app, and you're going to charge me per year for it. That's just always sticks in my face. But hey, they got a free one. It can do auto OCR. Who needs cloud space? This is pretty steep. This one looks much better. If they made a buy it for $10, I might actually do it. But this one, no effing way. Anyway, I'm not even talking about PubScan. I'm talking about everything else. But overall, I'm going to give this one a still down, especially because it's late and they haven't been communicating. Maybe if they get on that, it'll be a little bit better. I do like the laser thing a lot, but I don't know if that's enough to make me want to not just use my iPhone 5 or whatever, my newer ones. Anyway, so yeah, interesting idea. If it was a little bit more affordable and it was actually out already, make it $150 or $99 and get it out in the market, and I would definitely give this one a thumbs up. But until then, thumbs down. Okay, so if you guys are from PubScan and you think I got anything wrong, if you have an update on where it's at right now, when it's going to ship, do leave a comment below. If you enjoy this channel, please consider subscribing. Thank you to all our subscribers. And if you guys have any suggestions for other projects to review, leave a comment below. Send me a message. I'm on Twitter at GoKickMe and on Facebook at GoKickMe. And pretty soon we'll have a website, and I will announce that next time. Okay, see you guys later. Bye.